Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Katsadda. And today we have Zach Cooper. He's a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute and he studies US strategy in Asia. So, Zach, thank you for coming and doing this with us and diving right into the new convergences happening in the East China Sea between or among US, Japan, and South Korea. How do you analyze this convergence going forward?
Well, I think we're seeing a pretty remarkable step forward by really Japan and South Korea primarily on their bilateral relationship. If you had gone back maybe 5 or 10 years, you would have heard a lot about efforts to improve the relationship between Seoul and Tokyo. And, sometimes there were steps forward, there were information sharing agreements signed, but then always there were steps back as well where those agreements would be canceled and then there would be economic responses from one country against the other. And now what we're seeing is a really concerted effort, I think, by both governments to move forward with their relationship. Prime Minister Kishida just went to President Yoon's home in Korea, and now we're going to see President Yoon go actually to Prime Minister Kishida's home in Hiroshima, Japan, for the G7 summit. And there'll be a trilateral meeting there, including Korea, Japan, and the United States. So I think we're seeing some pretty remarkable progress by both countries and some support by Washington as well.
All right. And going forward, how do you see the maritime cooperation or probably advancements in critical and emerging technologies among this Trilateral Development Corporation, which is coming up?
I think maritime cooperation is going to be difficult with Japan and Korea, in part because they do have a dispute over what they call Dokdo Takashima Island. So there's not going to be, I think, a lot of maritime cooperation between Japan and Korea for the time being. But what we are seeing is a lot of information sharing about the broader domain. So that includes maritime, it includes airspace. And so I think we'll see continued information sharing between those two governments. And then I think in the critical technology areas, we're really watching as Japan, South Korea, the United States, and to some degree Taiwan work together more closely, especially on advanced computing and semiconductors. So I think that's going to be the area of closest cooperation over the next few years.
Thank you for the short trips. And it's nice to see China going westwards and US going eastwards. So stay tuned for
Absolutely.
more such videos only on Katsada. Thank you, viewers.